parents. I wanted to walk you through how to check grades in Mastery Connect. It is very important to note that the grades in Mastery Connect that you will find for your students are for non-CE and for non-AP courses. So your CE and AP courses, those you will view the grade using the regular grade book. So I have a middle school or a high school student. I'm sorry, I have a high school student, and I'm actually going to show you live on what his mastery tracker looks like and how I can interpret his grades. So the easiest way is to log in as your student. And the main reason for logging in as your student is because you see more features and you can click on more things. And then you can actually dive deeper into what is the assignment. You can also see all of these things as a parent. But right now, again, I'm in as a student. So I'm on his dashboard. And over here is this tab. What's nice about this Mastery tab is I can either click on each individual course and go in and look at the course mastery, or I can click on this Mastery tab. And by clicking on this Mastery tab, what it does is it gives me an overview of like his courses and of the colors of where he's at. Again, this is for me as a parent, a quick snapshot to say, okay, where do I need to spend my time looking further? And it looks like I might need to spend a little bit of time looking at language arts, and I might need to spend some time looking at biology. Right now, his algebra and his geometry, he's doing really well on those. So I need to look a little further. So, and what I mean by looking a little further is how do I help my child go to office hours or set up who they're going to talk to for access, right? They have access on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and they need to set up that time with that teacher or set up the time with office hours. So, what I can do here is there's two ways. One is I can click on biology and it'll take me in and it'll show me which assignments my child did not score very well in. Or I can go back to the dashboard and I can go into the class in that manner. I prefer looking at the dashboard. One of the reasons why I prefer looking at the dashboard is because then I can actually kind of look at all of the assignments in one place. If I click on biology, what I end up seeing, the first screen that it's going to say is you don't have any activity, so you'd have to look at assessments. And then there I would see all of the assessments that he had, and it looks like, he needs to go back and do these two assessments again. Again, these are kind of split up into these different areas, right? Like into, or actually, I'm sorry, it's all on one page versus being split up by standard. So the other option, so if I just go back real quick, this is where we were. The other option that I have is I can go to the dashboard and I can go into the biology course. And here in biology, I can click on his mastery tracker. What that's going to show me is it's going to show me all of his standards. Well, in biology, all they do is the life science standards. So the previous screen was fine for looking at that. But if I'm looking at a class that has multiple standards, I might want to go into the course by going to the dashboard and going to Mastery Tracker. Now that I'm in his biology course, I can click this drop-down menu here and I can see all of the assignments that have been posted, or the assessments, the grades basically, that have been posted in his class and what he received on them. As a high school student, I also know that he's yellow, which means he has a C. So if I take a look at his grades here and I average them together, I get a total score of a 2.25. So I would have to add all these together in order to get my average. We are asking Mastery Connect to provide that average for students and for parents, because currently Mastery Connect only, or Mastery Tracker only, provides that for the teachers. But for students, it will not show up. It'll instead show up those colors. One of the reasons that Mastery Connect has said that they did not have averages in the past show up next to the standard is because this is to be used as a guide for students to know where do I need to do remediation and work. So it's very clear that I need to make sure that he goes to access or to office hours in order to correct and make corrections on these items to be able to bring up his grade. Now, a 2.25 on his grade or as an average would give him a C. How do I know that? Well, I know that because the grading scale that has been posted in the parent newsletter and the student newsletter, as well as on most teachers' Canvas syllabus courses. So in the syllabus section of their Canvas course, the grading scale would also be posted. But a 2.25 falls within that C range here. So that would tell me that my student is going to get a C in biology. So I need to make sure that he goes and does some more work with his teacher. So again, as a parent, one of the things that I like to do is I like to go into his Mastery Connect or into his Canvas course and click on Mastery here. And I do this weekly so that I can then see which courses he needs additional help with and where he needs to go for office hours every single week or who he needs to see for access. So these color bands on the side here tell me what he needs to do and who he needs to go work with. And it helps me to keep up weekly with my student so that they then can go receive the help that they need.